right, nursing boards, positives. So we were successful in beating back the RN board attempt to require regional accreditation. It's a good thing, right? Yeah.
That's a pretty short list.
You keep giving me all the short stuff.
Well, the nursing board, it's hard to say a lot that's good. The bad side is they're going to keep trying. The belief that evidence there pushed towards regional accreditation only has been seen in other boards and bureaus. Those of us who have respiratory therapy and involved with that know about COARC's attempt a couple of years ago to change it to a regional only, and they got beaten back. They're a fairly nasty accreditor. We're seeing this in other states where the attempt is to make it regional, and that's not going to go away. They're going to keep trying. And the BVNPT is just not moving apps at all. Nothing's happening out of those. We've seen apps sitting there a year or more, and nothing's going on at all. So if you've got an app pending for the BVNPT, it's time to take a cruise because nothing's going to change before you get back.
All right. Is this supposed to say horrible state actions on the positive side? It's supposed to say horrible on the positive side? Okay. All right. So,
well, you started it with the federal oppression.
I thought you wrote that part. Okay. Horrible state actions. Well, first of all, the feds have only intervened in one False Claims Act case so far, so that's good. It's only one. And also at the state levels, the BPPE enforcement actions really seem pretty benign. So the Bureau has been doing a really great job there. And then, of course, we had, on a super positive note, earlier this year, we had the governor come in and address our event up in Sacramento and says he didn't hate us. Right? In fact, he seemed like he valued education, thought we were contributing to the economy and doing a good job. Right, Keith?
That's, well, on the downside, we couldn't come up with one decent question for him. Stop hating on us. I see some people were here. And this whopper, dramatically limiting the Cal Grant eligibility, this has been a killer. Cal Grant schools in the room? This one has hurt, hasn't it? I mean, this is terrible. And of course, the irony of this all is they do it on admittedly wrong data. Try to wrap your mind around that one. But as the budget squeezes everybody, they've used this to squeeze us. Of course, they claim that the use of default measures is agnostic as to the type of school. Show of hands who believes that. Yeah, I don't believe it either. And this I consider to be a terribly negative development, even though it doesn't hurt a case, particularly in California, that Attorney General Harris intervened in that case against EDMC in Pittsburgh, along with a whole bunch of other states' attorney general. I think it's opportunistic. I think the case is baloney. I'm not defending it, full disclosure. Not involved in the case at all, although a law school classmate of mine is involved in bringing it, which is unfortunate. But this trend for Harris to be involved as a state enforcement official against a proprietary school, and a pretty well-known one, is a very negative trend. And I think we're going to see more of this stuff. Thank you.
Joanne, are you back there? The box lunches. Outside? Okay. I'd like to just say this has been a wonderful conference, and I'm grateful for all of your participation. A conference of this caliber could not be put on without you, obviously. I'd also like to take just a moment and extend our thanks to education advisors for being our conference providers. If you join me in just a moment of applause for education advisors for hosting this conference with us. And I'd also like to take just a moment, and he doesn't know I'm doing this and probably wouldn't like it if he did, but I'd like to thank Robert Johnson for his leadership as our executive director this last year. Done a tremendous job. Thank you, Robert. Just a couple of reminders of some key things that we're going to be doing over the next year. The first will be next April 24 and 25, and that's our regulatory conference in Sacramento, and you might want to circle those dates on your calendar. I imagine it's going to be a very informative event. We'll have some time passing between now and then, and a lot of the unsettled things that we've learned about this week may be more settled at that time. So I would encourage you to participate in April on the 24th and 25th. And also, the 28th Annual Conference will be held in the beautiful Langham Hotel. This was formerly known as the Huntington Hotel in Pasadena, California, on October 10 through 12 next year. So circle those dates on your calendar as well. This concludes our conference. We have some box lunches outside for you if you'd like to stay around in the beautiful hotel grounds and enjoy that lunch. And thanks again for being with us. Goodbye and God bless.